Hey guys, welcome to PJ's Coin Capers. So there's been a lot going on the past few weeks, and I thought we'd just have a little chat about it and see what some of the latest news is on the $2 coins that have been found in circulation with the Royal Australian Mint wrap on them. So that the paper that's the official wrap that you will get normally from dealers. But before we do that, I just want to quickly announce a bit of a competition what we're doing on our Facebook group, and that's PJ's Coin Capers. Now, we've already started. We've already actually had 1 or 2 competitions in the past few days, but we've got a heap more coming up over the next week or so. And I just want to show you some of the prizes. So David, one of our admins, David Galbraith, has been very generous and has put together a bit of a prize pack. And he's also been working on some different ways of creative competitions and those kind of things that we wanted to do on the page. And this is one that's currently going at the moment. And you need to be able to identify this particular coin. So he's already done another one which was already given away just recently. But this is the current one. And I'm sure we will do an announcement on the winner of that one very shortly. But each of us admins are coming up with a different prize competition, and we've got a number of prizes that we will be giving away over the next little while. So I just wanted to show you some of the prizes that we're giving away, and you'll be able to hopefully participate. So we've done a big giveaway on the YouTube channel, and now we're doing some decent giveaways also on the Facebook page. So here are some of the prizes. Now I'm just putting them up on screen for now. I'm not sure exactly which prizes will be allocated to exactly each of the giveaways, but these is some of the stuff that David has put forth. And there we have some police $2 coins in bags, some repatriations, some more of the 2018s, and some PNCs. So all these will be given away. There's another one. And I think these are some, I'm not sure if they're more novelty coins. I don't think they're silver as such. They might be silver plated, maybe, I'm not sure. And we're also giving away a number of these sets as well. So keep a lookout on the PJ's Facebook page. And if you're not already in that group, please make sure you join along. And you'll be able to participate in some of these competitions. All right, now let's get on to the $2 coins. Now, this is something I probably need to give a bit of a backstory. Okay, so if you're not aware, I don't know where you've been, but $2 coins have been going nuts, and everybody wants them. And they've only made a certain number of them. And in past years, $2 coins, sure, they've always been popular, but in 2020, late 2019, they have really taken off. And I remember even years back, there were rolls that you could buy for under the recommended retail price of $100, and they just sat there. And things have changed a lot since then. But the mint have, well, they've put out some mintages, obviously, in their interim figures, and that's why I've focused on the bottom half of the $2 mintage page here, just so we can have a little look at what they've actually announced. And so if we go here, say, to the 2018 Armistice coin, 1.6 million. We know that. They have been found in circulation, and there's no real surprises there. Then we've got the 2019 repatriation coin, which has an interim figure of 2 million, okay? So it might be more, we don't know. But that's based on figures that the Mint have released based on the 2018-2019 annual report, okay? So in that same annual report, we've got 470,000 of the standard design, 2 million of the police coin. Then the Mint did something very different, which I don't think they've ever done before. They have released an interim figure prior to the annual report coming out. Now, this is a 2020 coin, the 75th anniversary of the end of World War II. An interim figure of $500,000. Now, that that made my heart jump a little bit, because I was like, wow, okay, hold on, what's going on here? They've put an interim figure of 500,000 out. Now, typically you would expect for a coin like this, and based on what we've seen over previous years, that 2 million seems to be a figure that a lot of these commemorative coins sort of hit around. Okay, so all of a sudden they've jumped the gun in some ways, and normally we don't get these interim figures until the annual report comes out. So when the annual report came out in 2019, which was in around the end of October, which is early November, end of October, that sort of time. So that's when we get to see what the figures are, and we get to make some assumptions based on what we're seeing and what we're finding in circulation. Now that's a big point, what we're actually seeing, what we're finding, and we can see what others are finding through Facebook and those kind of things, and through what's on sale on eBay. And we can keep track, and we can sort of say, okay, well, no one's selling any of these, where are they all? So essentially this year is a weird year, obviously with COVID and everything that's going on there, but they've put up this figure of 500,000 for the 75th anniversary coin. Now, they've jumped the gun. They've told us this prior to even the 2019-2020 report coming out. Now, we would expect in that report to see a figure of 500,000. Now, that doesn't mean that they're not allowed to make any more. They possibly may have made more after the end of financial year. So we're talking about now. Now, they might be, they may not be. I've heard that they've shut down production due to COVID, and maybe they're not producing many 2020 coins at all. But let's we need to look at this a little bit further. So obviously, based on a few assumptions, the prices of coins have been going up. Now, obviously, there's a lot of crazy things going on around the world. Different economies around the world are printing lots of notes. Inflation is dropping, there's big changes to inflation, and countries are printing more money. And usually money is backed by silver or gold and those kind of precious metals. So silver and gold have all been rising. Now in Australia, the government has allowed people to take $10,000 for the 2019 financial year and the 2020 side of the financial year, another $10,000 out of their super. Now, a lot of people are taking that super and putting it into coins, and hoping that they can get a better return in the future. Now, that's all fine, and it's been putting obviously upward pressure on prices, and because, well, we've got a figure there of 500,000, say, people are speculating that that may not change, and I hope it doesn't change. I think it's great for coin collecting that it doesn't change. I really do hope it's a 500,000. But these rolls have only been found, these coins have only been found in rolls that the mint have actually sold. So each year they will put out, say, a couple of coloured coins, and usually the Royal Australian Mint rolls are normally around 5,000 of each. Okay, so if we think about the fact that we haven't had any swap meets around Australia, these coins have not been able to be collected in little bags and those kind of things. So we've really only got one way of getting these coins, and that's in those rolls. Now, the Mint had said earlier that they have released those coins into circulation, but no one was finding them. And that's the same for the 2019 repatriation $2 coin. The Mint had said that those coins had gone out, but nobody was finding them. So that meant that prices were pushing up, because we're going, well, where are they all? They're saying there's 2 million of them, but where are they? So bring us up to date right now where we're at. The past week or two, probably closer to a week, people have been finding these coins in rolls in the same paper that technically is a special roll. Okay, so in the Royal Australian Mint paper. Now, I've taken some photos from some of the Facebook pages and PJ's Coin Capers, and so if you see your photos, thanks very much. But I've taken some of your photos from sales and promotional things just to sort of show you what's going on here. Now, these are the 75th anniversary coins. Now, you can see down the bottom there that it's got the official Royal Australian Mint paper on them. Now, I know that these rolls here are all tail rolls. Now, people have been finding head rolls and tail rolls, okay? Now, let's have a look here. We've got some more photos. So this is a side-on shot, so we can really see the paper there, we can see the color, and we can see exactly what the coin is. Now, we can't see the other end, but we're assuming that both ends will be tail. Now, let's jump on to another one. Here we've got some Armaguard ones that have the coins inside them. It doesn't matter whether they're tail or head. These coins are not intended for the purposes of collecting. These are out there for the purposes of circulating. And the ones with the Royal Australian Mint paper, they're for collecting, for the collector's market. Okay, so they're the ones that people really want, are the collector's ones. So then we also have these. Now, these are the repats, so the repatriation ones from 2019. Also, the ones in front of us are head, and we also have tail. Now, they have also been found in Armaguard rolls, which is perfectly fine. The issue that people are having is the fact that these rolls are found in this paper. This is the issue, and it's damaging, really. At least the Mint have come out and given us a statement of clarification, which they've put up on their site. We won't go and read it all. There might be some stuff we might just quickly have a look at, but there's a bit of a statement to be read there, and it does go in some ways a little bit further explaining the process and what's gone on. It still doesn't make it right, but they've gone and explained themselves a little bit. All right, so let's go back to some of these photos. So we have here these rolls. Now, these ones are tail, as I said. So the collector's market is basically these rolls are fed through to dealers. You can't buy them from the Mint. You have to go through the dealer, which is great. Now, those rolls that the Mint release with this paper on is a head and tail roll. Now, that's great. That's fine. So we know that we can differentiate between the rolls that are now found in the ATMs or the coin roll machines or directly from the bank. They will be tail or head. This is based on the statement that the Mint have put out, which you can go and have a read of. I will put a link to that in this video. So I need to just gather myself a little bit here, but we need to have an understanding of what this does to the market. Now, prices have been skyrocketing, and in some ways, I think a lot of us probably knew that it was a bit of a bubble and things were going to go backwards at some stage. We didn't expect it to happen this way. And I think that's what people are so surprised about and probably frustrated and annoyed about, especially if you went and spent $600 or $700 on a roll of these guys, and now all of a sudden you can get basically the same roll. It's just with a different coin on the end for $200. We always knew that these coins would have probably eventually be found in circulation. And really, I think long term, it's probably not going to affect the price, especially if these guys end up being 500,000. I mean, these guys are going to rocket up there, and they'll probably go in some ways similar to the the poppy coin, if it's based on the same sort of figure. But it'll be interesting to see where things go in the next few months, and then when the next $2 coin comes out later, I think around November, we'll see a new $2 coin, and no doubt we will see rolls. And it'll be interesting to see exactly what the Mint does in relation to these rolls. They have said in here that they are looking at ways of making them more secure and potentially putting some sort of sticker on them or something like that. Realistically, they actually don't need to go to that trouble if they don't release these coins to banks or to Armaguard or Prosegur or anyone like that in the official paper. if the Mint took the time to break them up before sending them out. I know that they said that there must have been a rush order that was required, but still, I really feel that it would have been worthwhile just breaking the rolls up, doing something to them, putting a texture mark through them, whatever it may be, but just make something a little bit different, not take away from what it is to have these special rolls with the Royal Australian Mint paper on them. So I think that's what people are mostly disappointed with. So I'm sure the Mint have learnt their lesson. I really hope they have, because obviously a lot of people have been upset by this. And look, I don't hold many rolls. I haven't been able to find any of these rolls myself. They don't seem to be down in Melbourne. But well done to you guys in Sydney and Queensland, Brisbane, who have been finding these. It's what we all like to go and hunt for, and certainly, I don't blame anyone for trying to make a few dollars on selling these rolls, because look, realistically, if these are going to be special rolls, they'll still be special rolls if the mintage is 2 million or 500,000, so it'll be interesting to see what the annual report says. Well, we'll have to wait an extra year. So look, I know there's been a lot in this video, and I suppose start the discussion, start writing some comments. There's been a lot of discussion about this. Are you concerned about this? Does it bother you in any way? Sure, the prices have dropped a fair bit, but it's interesting to see how they'll recover in the next little while. There may be a good opportunity to get these coins nice and cheap right now. Take advantage of the time. Sorry if you're hearing little bips and bits and pieces going on in the background. My phone and everything's going nuts at the moment. But take advantage of it. Maybe this is a great opportunity to get in nice and cheap on these kinds of coins. So, all right. What we're gonna? Oh yes, I've got another photo to show you. Apparently these are some other coins that have hit the market, and I think I have seen some 50-cent JC coins that have also hit the market with the Royal Australian Mint paper on them as well. These ones here in front of us are actually 2019 JC rolls, from my understanding, based on what I found on one of the Facebook groups. I can't remember exactly which one. But anyway, that is it for today, guys. I hope I've covered everything. I don't know if I've fully covered everything, but certainly go and take a look at the statement, read all that. There's certainly some interesting information in there, and it gives you a bit of an understanding of exactly what's gone on with the way that these rolls have made it into our hands. As disappointing as it is, but it's an interesting time anyway, guys. So I think we as a hobby, as a community, will certainly recover from this, and not that we've all been hurt in any sort of way. Obviously it's put us back a little bit, and just sort of it creates trust issues, I suppose, is where I'm coming from. And nothing's hasn't impacted us too greatly, but look, they're coins, they're made for circulation, they just happen to be wrapped incorrectly. But look, I hope you have some success in finding them, and if you do, think of me. All right, guys, thanks for watching, and we'll have another video for you very soon.